What's going on, America? This is Kevin in Kevin's Corner. And you know what? I'm about to turn green. And I'm going to tell you why. I just got done watching a little MSNBC for a quick second. Made me throw up a little bit in my mouth. But nonetheless, I am upset at the fact that they are attempting to belittle the intelligence of a lot of Americans, but particularly minorities. Now, I bet you're saying, Kev, why are you saying that? Well, I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. First things first, you have to belittle someone when you know that you can manipulate them because maybe they got the puppy brain, or maybe they're not that informed or educated. When I was a young boy and I was living in the hood, all we had to drink was water and Kool-aid. Sometime the red, sometime the blue. Nonetheless, my brother hated to make the Kool-aid. So he would say, hey, Kevin, why don't you go downstairs and make some Kool-aid? And I would be like, man, Tony, I don't want to make no Kool-Aid. Why I got to make the Kool-Aid? I'm watching Bugs Bunny. And he would say, hey, man, don't get mad at me. It's just that you're the best Kool-Aid maker we have in the house. I mean, everybody loves your Kool-Aid. And I go, everybody? Yeah. Mom, Dad, they talk about your Kool-Aid all the time. But you know what? If you don't want to make the Kool-Aid, that's fine. I'll go make it. I'm like, no, wait a minute. I think I'll go ahead and make the Kool-Aid. He manipulated me to make the Kool-Aid because he knew I was young and simple-minded. But when I got older, I saw through his game. I'm going, this dude was manipulating me to make the Kool-Aid. And when I look at TV and I see people like Joe Biden, who I just saw on MSNBC, talking about how racist Trump is, and when I saw those torches and Nazis and KKK members down in Charlottesville, and then this guy didn't disavow them, which he did, where he said there were some good people, which if you know the context in which he was talking about, you would understand what he meant by there were some good people, all right? But nonetheless, Joe Biden don't want the people to know that. See, what he's doing is he is using race baiting and identity politics. Now, to the simple mind, they won't catch it. They will react to their emotions because immediately if you're a minority, you go, race? Wait a minute. If people don't like people because of their race, I fall into that category. I should get mad. And that's exactly what he wants you to do. But you know why? Because he doesn't respect you enough to appeal to your intelligence. Now, they're all upset because President Trump gets to pick another Supreme Court justice. And they hate it. I watched all of these clips today, and they once said, you know what, if you're a black person, you should be scared to death. Oh, you gonna tell me how I should feel right now? Just like y'all told us how everything was gonna come crashing down if President Trump got elected. Oh, when he gets elected, you're gonna be taken back to Africa. You're gonna be put back in chains. All of these fear tactics that they use, belittling our intelligence instead of taking the time to try to appeal to our intellect. See, let me tell you something. African Americans, any other minorities out there, you should have a little more self-dignity than to fall for the okie doke by the Democrats and the liberal media. Matter of fact, the only way they're going to ever stop manipulating people is when the people become offended. When the people say, look, man, don't come at me with that garbage. You ain't got to tell me that, oh, you're going to be in trouble because you're black, to convince me. Appeal to my intellect, debate me, give me some facts, give me some details, give me some logic, and I might listen to you. But if you come in on some, well, you know they hate you, and you're black, and you're disenfranchised, and all of that stuff, what you're doing is treating me like my brother did. You're saying you're not intelligent enough for me to appeal to your intellect, so I'm just going to throw out a whole bunch of emotional things to get you all pumped up and excited so you won't focus on the facts and the details. And so here they are out there telling people that if you're a woman, your rights are going to be taken away. We haven't even picked a Supreme Court justice yet, but they don't care. They're saying, you know what we got to do? We got to resist this thing to the very end. It doesn't matter who he picks. And they're trying to get people riled up because you know why? They want to circumvent the Constitution. So now, all you people out there that might allow yourself to be manipulated by these people are setting you and the whole country up. You know why? Because all of the stuff that they want to do right now, if we get a Supreme Court nominee that is a constitutionalist, the Constitution will stop that. But if you notice, the Democrats and the liberal media will circumvent the Constitution when they need to, when it benefits them. They don't really believe in the Constitution. They don't really believe in law and order. They're the lawless party. Look at them. They're all calling for the abolishing of ICE. And you know what was crazy? They don't even know the facts. They're like, ICE is down there on the border separating kids. If they know anything, that's not ICE. It's border control. They the one that do that, and they do their job. And ICE don't even deal with separating the kids. And yet all of them out there, ICE, we got to abolish ICE. You know why they want to abolish ICE? Because ICE is following the law. And ICE is standing in the way of their global agenda. ICE is standing in the way of them letting the borders just be an open-ended policy, and so they can accomplish their goals and objectives with illegal immigration. And so they appeal to people's emotion, and it belittles the intelligence. I'm going to tell you right now, this Supreme Court justice, I just heard them say some rhetoric like, oh, we gotta fight like heck this time. This time we can't stop. We gotta go down fighting. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, this right here for America, for any citizen to have any sense, this is the last stance. If people do not get out there and vote in the 18 elections, we in trouble. And they know it. And see, that's why they're so afraid. And that's why they're trying to scare us into saying Donald Trump's a racist. And also he's going to pick a Supreme Court justice that's going to ride in on a horse and jump off with his white sheet on, pull his hood off and be like, I'm finally here. Been waiting all my life to get up here at the Capitol Hill. It's time to implement some racism. And they got people thinking this. And I'm going, y'all are belittling our intelligence. You're not even trying to appeal to minorities' intellect. You're disrespecting us as if we're not smart enough to see through. But you know what? I understand, because guess what? Every time I talk to a minority that echoes what you guys are saying, it reiterates that some people out there aren't smart enough to see through it. They're still thinking, you know what? President Trump, he wants to unravel everything that President Obama did. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, it can't be just because President Obama's policies were garbage and hurt the nation. It has to be because of racism. I mean, he promised change, and all we got was shortchanged. All we got was nothing but some loose change. That's it. No change came. And so what do you expect voters to do? So for all of those race baiters, all of those Democrats out there in the liberal media that's out there talking about racism, and every single Trump supporter must be a racist old white man, don't they realize that tons of voters voted for President Obama twice, didn't see any results, therefore they voted for Trump? But all of a sudden now, after voting for a black man 2 times, they decide, you know what, we're going to go back to our default mode of straight racism, and we're going to vote in the most racist, segregating person we can, Donald Trump, even though he's never shown no signs of racism. He's been in the public's eye for 40 years. Yep. Now he waits to get in president's office, just decide to reveal all this racism. He suppressed it all these times. Hillary hanging out with him, Bill hanging out with him. Not once did one of them hear him slip out the N-word. No. But now all of a sudden, just through osmosis, we just know that if we vote him in, he's going to implement our diabolical plan to make America white again. And people are falling for this. I don't even understand how the people that I just got done watching still have a job, or why they let them even be on TV. Because you know what they're doing? They are straight up driving America to a civil war. And you should hear how they're talking. They're basically talking like, oh, you know what? If he go ahead and he do this, we got to go to war over this. And I'm going, do y'all realize what you're doing? And the people who are getting emotionally upset and buying into this rhetoric, do you see they are instigators? They are the kids on the playground saying, go ahead, man, punch him, man, hit him, man, do something, man. And then they sit back and watch as the country tear itself up. Yeah. And then at the end of it, they say it was because of President Trump rhetoric. And the whole time, they were the one behind the scene motivating it all through propaganda, through lies, through gaslighting, through trying to convince us that his whole goal and objective is to destroy black people, white people, well, not all white people, upper class white men. No, they're good. They're good. They're safe. But all the rest of them, women, gays, everything. And then when you stop and you look at your own life, step outside the door, okay? Walk through your neighborhood, go into a store, go to Walmart, somewhere. If you're not seeing this in your everyday life, but yet they want you to believe it as if it's something happening right here in your life. You see this? I'm walking around. Do you see any men with white sheets chasing me? I just came back from a place where it was almost all white people. Not one person called me the N-word. I didn't see no gays getting chased around. I didn't see anybody saying, let's go find us some transgenders and get them. But yet, when I listen to MSNBC and CNN, this is all out epidemic. So now you belittling my intelligence. You trying to get me to not trust my own eyes and my own ears and my own brain and my own surroundings. You want me to suspend the reality that I'm living in and just buy into the reality that you're trying to create. And it's garbage and it's belittling. And for any black person out there to buy into this, if you do, I'm upset. Yeah, I see black people getting upset with me and other black conservatives. Man, I'm upset with you, man. You done sold your people out. And I'm upset with you that you don't hold the liberal media and the dirty Democrats accountable for belittling your intelligence and trying to manipulate you into voting and to convince you, not through facts, not through logic and reasoning, none of that stuff, simply emotions and race baiting, telling you you're a complete victim. And that is the only thing you need to focus on, the hatred that people have for you, and we'll take care of the rest. Now, almost jumped through the TV screen watching this garbage, watching it. They are trying to rip the country straight down the middle, and they're doing a heck of a good job. If any of the people watching that says, you know what, they got a point. So this is the last stance. People need to get out there in 2018 and vote every one of the funky, nasty, dirty, crooked, corrupt, underhanded, garbage, dumpster juice, dirty, nasty, poopy, diaper having. I ain't talking about hard poop. I'm talking baby, runny poop, disgusting, throw up in the mouth Democrats out of office. Every single one of them. And those that watch the fake, funky, crooked, dirty, underhanded liberal media need to turn them off and show them that you will respect our intelligence. Don't just come here and be like my big brother and trick me into making the Kool-aid, okay? All right, respect minorities' intelligence. And they're not going to stop until y'all start saying, I'm offended. You came over to talk to me and tell me why I should be mad that people are just coming across the border. And yet the only thing you got to tell me is it's because Donald Trump hates Mexicans and Latinos. You can't give me no other data. You don't respect me enough to say, you know what? The reason we should let people come across the border is A, B, C, and D. But no, you don't want to talk about that because that don't make sense. So what you do is to say, it's racism. You mean to tell me that Donald Trump has not picked a Supreme Court justice yet at all? But yet you're going to come up to me and belittle my intelligence and say, you know, if he picks a Supreme Court justice, then he's going to roll back all your rights and this. And what data do you have? What rights has he rolled back thus far? That's what I want to know. I mean, my question is, now all of a sudden you're telling me to not rely on proven data. So far he's been in office a year and a half, and none of the stuff that y'all said was going to happen happened. But now all of a sudden I'm going to just suspend all of that proven data right now and just assume that now all of a sudden it's going to change. And guess what? When he appoints a Supreme Court justice, nothing will change except for the Constitution will be upheld. And that's what they don't want. Now, you've been listening to Kevin in Kevin's Corner. Most of the time, I'm a little more light-spirited, but they made me mad today, y'all. Anyway, God bless you. If you like this video, hit like, share it. Catch me on Twitter, on Facebook. And if you want to support Kevin in Kevin's Corner, feel free. There's links in the bottom to do so. God bless you. See you next time in Kevin's Corner.